everyone, today's video is about building up a quick routine to make you consistent gold each day while you go and play the game in the way that suits you. Whether you might be doing this, then log in straight back off until you're due to raid, or maybe you will do this, then go level your 6 alt character, or even you can do this and go actively farm gold all day. My point though is that once you reach a base level of maintenance, you should be able to make enough gold to play how you want to play. On its own, this isn't going to make you rich, but that isn't what most players really need or want. Well, I mean, maybe they want it, but yeah. So the core method here is utilizing your professions. Tailoring, blacksmithing, leatherworking all work in basically the same way for this one. Log in any time of day that you feel like and do a search on the auction house for your basic raw materials. So as a tailor, I'm after linen cloth, wool cloth, silk cloth, small lustrous pearls, heavy leather, and shadow gems. Just do one big buyout. This method isn't about min-maxing. As long as the price isn't wild, do just a buy in one go. Now, there's a few ways to check that the price isn't wild. The first one's TSM, so TradeSkillMaster. This will give you a percentage on the buyout screen. So 100% is normal price, above 100% is high priced, and below 100% is low priced. If an item's over 100%, that doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. But if it's over 110%, unless something has happened to shift the market, so like new patterns being released overnight, I'd probably avoid. In order for that to work, you'll need to link the add-on to the desktop app. It's pretty simple. It does itself fairly quickly, to be fair, once you've logged in. Otherwise, you can use the JP Morgan website. It's really handy for looking at pricing data. It's updated for season of discovery now, and also if you like to factor and flip, it can show you the prices side by side. So once you've bought all your materials, collect everything from the mailbox and then pop along to the nearest trade goods vendor and start your crafting. So we're going to focus on crafting things that you need to fill the supply boxes with. These are a great moneymaker. The sale rate for these items are insane. I re-rolled and have been playing on Wild Growth EU for a few days now, and even though the realm is full and not locked, sales are just as crazy as Living Flame was. Other than box items, while you're at it, also look at making some other hot items. So for tailoring, the new Invokers pieces or silk bags. For alchemy would be shadow protection potions. Cooking, you've got heavy crocodile stew. It's definitely worth you going broad here. Now, depending on how tight you are with your bags, you might prefer to just buy a stack of your vendor things and then do your actual crafting at the auction house. So that way you can post them and then carry on crafting as you go. So start some things up to craft and then I guess just go make a cup of tea or watch some cute dog videos as I like to do. After that, we're just going to start posting. Again, not hugely bothered about the price. Check it's nothing wild, but otherwise just a standard post. So we're going to go with a 1 copper undercut, a 2-hour duration, and it's going to be X amount of stacks of 1. So the X is going to be how many you've crafted. It's really down to how much gold you have and how comfortable you are with risk and handling stock, how many you want to do in one go. I'd usually start small and then work my way up, but it's up to you. The exception to X stacks of 1 is if your item is stackable, you should sell it in stacks that line up with the supply box requirements. So rough copper bombs, for example, you would sell these in stacks of 12, which, if I'm honest, feels wrong on every level, but that's how people will like to buy them. If you put yours in the stacks that are correct for the boxes, even if your ones are not the cheapest on the auction house, people who are buying will still go for your stacks because it's easier just to line up. Another big exception to the sell everything now rule though is alchemy. Items for boxes sell now, but raid consumables just pop them in your bank until raid reset day. I find for cooking that heavy crocodile stew sells well all the time, but you might actually prefer to hold on to that one too. So now everything is posted, we just go away and leave it. So seasoned gold makers will often cancel scan. It's really easy to do with TSM. You just run a post scan and a cancel scan. It's fairly straightforward. This is something you absolutely can do, but if you cancel scan, you might as well restock. If you cancel scan and restock, then you're going to post scan and then cancel scan and then restock and then post scan. You could be standing at the auction house all day. So if that's how you're feeling today, if you want to stand at the auction house, as I often do, then that's great. But it's also fine just to walk off and leave it. That's actually the really good thing about the 2-hour auctions is that you can just go off, leave it. Fair enough, it'll expire, but you just go and get it. It's not a big deal. So next time you either log back into that character or get back into a city, pop over to the mailbox, take out your sales and your expires. Now, anything that's expired, you can just straight away repost that. For sales, though, I actually have a thing, and I really recommend it. When you get past a certain threshold of gold, right now for me that's 20 gold, but it does change. So on Wrath of the Lich King Classic, for example, my threshold is 5,000 gold. But what I do is mail the excess gold to my bank character. This way, you keep your spending gold on each character, but you're also building up a centralized pot of gold for any investments or big spends like your future mounts, or maybe you want to do a GDKP at some point. So you're keeping a centralized pot with your savings basically for any big spending. So after reposting your expires and sending away your excess gold, you can go and buy up some materials and start the process again. Whether you do this once a day or more than once a day, it's a simple way to start building up your gold supplies. I hope you found this useful. I'd love it if you take a moment to like and subscribe if you did. Thanks a lot. Bye.